Anonymous with these ads featuring thro, the company under fire tonight. Progressive Insurance is finding itself smack dab in the middle of a social media firestorm that has some people questioning the company's motives. Our Alina Cho is out front with the story tonight.
It's the headline that went viral. My sister paid Progressive Insurance to defend her killer in court.
My Tumblr is not an especially large soapbox, so I was speaking out of a sense of obligation to my sister and my parents.
Matt Fisher posted the blog on Monday, but the story begins in June of 2010, when Matt's sister Katie was killed in a car crash in Baltimore, Maryland. The SUV that hit her had run a red light. The 24-year-old was killed instantly.
The day she died, she had just run a 10-mile road race.
Her brother says Katie had a $100,000 insurance policy with Progressive.
Hey, Robot. Great job.
The family says Katie's policy also stated Progressive would make up the difference if she was killed by an underinsured driver, like the one that hit her. So the Fisher family was paid $25,000 and thought Progressive would pay the rest, $75,000. They were wrong.
Progressive took the position that my sister was at fault in the accident that killed her, which under Maryland law would free them of the obligation to pay.
Out of a sense of honor, and because Katie Fisher had student loans that still had to be paid, the family decided to go after the money. But in Maryland, it's against the law to sue an insurance company that refuses payment. So the family had to sue the man who killed Katie, establish negligence, and then, armed with that decision, force Progressive to pay. But in court...
With Progressive, my sister's insurer sat across the room. Their lawyer argued for the defendant in the case. They argued that he was not negligent in my sister's death.
So outraged, she wrote on his blog, if you are insured by Progressive and they owe you money, they will defend your killer in court in order to not pay you your policy. And when the chips are down, your money will have bought you nothing but a kick in the face. After a whirlwind of criticism on Facebook and Twitter, Progressive responded with the same tweet over and over, saying in part, we properly handled the claim within our contractual obligations. And that, in the eyes of some, made matters worse.
When you respond to a very emotional issue using a mechanical technology like Twitter, it doesn't work. It's very difficult to tweet compassion.
The tweet has since been taken down, and Progressive released a statement saying it did not serve as the attorney for the defendants in the case. He was defended by his insurance company nationwide. There was a question as to who was at fault, and a jury decided in the Fisher family's favor just last week. We respect the verdict and now can continue to work with the Fisher family to reach a resolution. But Matt Fisher says his family has not yet seen a check.
What's your message to Progressive if they're watching?
When there's an adjuster or someone who sits in a room and says, this policy will have to pay us X amount. Should we pay or should we drag this out? Add this to the calculus.
Alina Cho, CNN, New York.